Hey guys, what is up? Jonathan back with a update slash collection video for you guys. Another collection video. My last video, I think, well, video before my last one, it was my PS4 collection update. But today, I don't know if you guys can see, I'm gonna kinda let you guys get a little sneak peek at what we're gonna be showing you. As you can see, it's not gonna be one of the bigger Blu-ray collections you guys have seen, but this is just what I have collected over the short time that I have been collecting. So I'm going to set you guys back up and we're going to get on with it. Okay guys, so here we go. I'm going to make it short and sweet sort of, because on my PS4 PS4 collection update, I only have like 12 or 13 PS4 games and the video was 11 minutes long, so I kind of went into detail a little bit of each video game that I had. So we're going to make it a little bit short. I'm just going to kind of knock them out. I'll start with the regular Blu-rays, and then I'm going to go into the the steelbooks and the collectors that I've acquired. So first up, X2, X-Men United. As you can see, these are going to be in no order. I'm going to try to knock them out real quick. X2, great movie. This came out in like the early 2000s. Probably one of my favorite movies of all time. Steven Seagal, Marked for Death. I used to always watch this with my grandpa growing up as a kid. And now his movies, Steven Seagal's movies, have kind of gone downhill because he's like 60 years old and he just put on a lot of weight. I hate to see it, but you know it happens. Next up, we got Pulse, the unrated edition. And most of these videos I've picked up from FYE or from Walmart. So Pulse, this was a pretty good movie. It's got Kristen Stewart in it. Scariest movie of the year. Next up, we got Ernest Goes to Jail, and I got some more of the Ernest movies, but this is Ernest Goes to Jail. These were just really funny, kind of corny movies growing up, and I had to get them on Blu-ray. Next up, No Country for Old Men, Tommy Lee Jones. This is a really good movie. It's kind of slow, but it's really good. Next up, we got The Goonies. This is another all-time classic that you have to have on Blu-ray if you are a Blu-ray collector. Steven Spielberg's film, The Goonies. Next up, we got Jennifer's Body with Megan Fox. Pretty good horror movie. She did really well in this movie, I believe. She was, you know, most of the movies she's in, she's like always the pretty girl. Like Transformers, she's always a pretty girl, but this one, she really pulled this one off. So that's Jennifer's Body, the unrated edition. Next up, Paul Walker and Jessica Alba's movie, Into the Blue. This was a really good movie. I really enjoyed this movie. So Into the Blue. Next up, we got Dread. This looks really good on Blu-ray. This is one of the better looking movies that I have on Blu-ray. So that's Dread. I got that for a really good deal, by the way. Next up, Triple X. Really good. Another really good movie, Vin Diesel. And they've made like two or three now. I know they have State of the Union and maybe another one that I can't think of, but I'm gonna stick with the original, the classic. Triple X Blu-ray. Next up, we got Arnold Schwarzenegger's original Total Recall. They did do a remake with Colin Farrell, but I enjoyed this one more. It's, you know, it's hard to beat the original with anything. The mind-bending edition. Next up, Amityville Horror. Ryan Reynolds did a really good job. He's another guy that's in he's just in a bunch of more comedies than anything, and he was the main horror, the villain in this. He was the dad of the family, so he did really good in this. So check that out if you haven't seen it. Next up, we got Brad Pitt and Morgan Freeman in Seven. This movie was okay. It was basically a detective, about detectives. It was pretty good. They're going after a serial killer. So that was Seven. Next up, we got the first Insidious, which is really good. This movie scared the hell out of me in theaters. And now they, you know, they have up to 3. I just went and saw the third one about 2 weeks ago in theaters, so it was really good. Next up, another Paul Walker film, Running Scared. This is really good. This was just a really twisted movie. I recommend checking this out if you haven't heard of it. Running Scared with Paul Walker. Next up, the original RoboCop, another classic you have to have on Blu-ray for all you collectors out there. Picked this up. Picked it up for like $8 from Walmart. Next up, one of my all-time favorite movies, The Butterfly Effect, Ashton Kutcher and Amy Smart. Really good movie, a romance movie sort of. Romance slash thriller, I guess, suspense, a little bit of suspense. Now this is a movie you guys probably never heard of, and I actually gave this movie a 5 out of 5 on Netflix after it came out. And that is 13 Sins. I'm just not going to tell you guys anything about it, just check it out for yourself. You guys will be really surprised. This didn't go to theaters or anything, but it's got, I'm trying to think of his name. It's got the guy that played Hellboy. Where's he at? I know he's on the front, so Ron Perlman from Sons of Anarchy and played Hellboy. Really good movie. He's the cop in that movie, and he did really good. Next up, Hatchet 2. Really good slasher, a lot of blood. Next up, the original, well, the first Pet Sematary out of 2. Stephen King's Pet Sematary. This movie will scar you if you haven't seen it, so watch it so you can get scarred. Next up, we got a 2-in-1 bundle, Hostel 1 and 2. I got this from FYE, I believe, for like $10, which is a steal. Those are really good movies, really bloody too, really gory. Next up, Steven Seagal, another Steven Seagal movie, Out for Justice. This wasn't one of his better movies, but it was okay. Out for Justice, Steven Seagal. Oh, drop one. Next up, we got Abraham Lincoln's Vampire Hunter. This was a pretty good film. I don't even think this one went to theaters. I can't remember or not, but of course directed by Tim Burton. Next up, we have another set of Ernest movies I have never opened. This is Ernest Goes to Camp and Part 2, Camp Nowhere. So I just have to open this up and watch them. Next up, we got Indiana Jones, The Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. I would like to get all these on in the bundle, the Blu-ray bundle pack, but that's down the road. That's probably like $50-$60 for all of them. All right, getting into the collector's editions, we've already knocked out all the regular. So let's jump right into it. The first one I picked this. I got this for a steal. Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1, the Steelbook edition. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I got this for like $15, which is an absolute steal. As you can see, it comes with everything. And this just looks really good sitting on the shelf too. So, that was Deathly Hallows Part 1. That's the only one I got, but I couldn't pass that price up. Next up, the Steelbook of Death Race on Blu-ray. Really cool Steelbook edition. This is the limited edition, unrated. Next up, Haunted House. Just the slipcover. I picked this up for like $3 or $4 from my local pawn shop. So I had to get that, and this movie is really funny. Really funny. I think it's, in my opinion, it's funnier than the second one. Next up, we got another Indiana Jones movie, The Raiders of the Lost Ark. Got the cool looking slipcover on it. Really cool holographic case, slip case. Next up, Arnold's Predator in 3D. I picked this up for pretty cheap too from Walmart for like $10. Yeah, $10. It's got 2 discs with it, of course, the Blu-ray and the 3D. So if you don't have 3D, you can just watch it on your regular Blu-ray player or your PlayStation. Next up, we got the original Alien, the 35th anniversary edition. I got this for a steal too, from FYE for like $15. This comes with a comic, the Blu-ray, of course, something else, and some art. So there's the back. That's the first Alien. Next up, we have all of the Nightmare on Elm Street DVDs, the collection. This is the box set. Pick this up. I got this for my birthday. I asked for this for my birthday. It was like $60, $50 on Amazon. So see, the original first 7 Nightmares. This does even have the Wes Craven's New Nightmare, which probably was one of the not one of the better films out of the 7, but still all around great franchise, Nightmare on Elm Street. Next up, got the complete first season of The Walking Dead TV show. Next to last, we have The Dark Knight Rises on Blu-ray. I would like to get the all of the Batman movies on Blu-ray, of course, but that's later on down the road. And last but not least, we have Nicolas Cage and Joe. If you guys haven't seen this, check it out. It's a pretty long movie. And as you can see, I got that from Walmart. And that was it, guys, for this Blu-ray collection DVD update. If you guys enjoyed it, hit the thumbs up down below. If you haven't already, subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the future. Peace!